Give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Welcome to the Pass Rush Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Clinton, and I want to say Merry Christmas Eve to everyone watching, whether you're watching this on Christmas Eve, tomorrow on actual Christmas Day, or January 2025. Merry Christmas to you. But the topic of today's video is I want to go over the Jordan Seaton situation as well as my take on Colorado's recruitment method for this season. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Now, I do have my family with me here today, so I'll go ahead and let them say hey since they are in the background.
Hey. Hi. What's up?
Okay.
Your first official day, your first 24 hours is official Colorado Buff, bro. How's the feeling?
Man, it's feeling good, man. Look where we at. We got a good view.
Yeah.
We get to play for the best coach. And I get to do it with my brothers, man. So
We thought you wasn't coming, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a lot of speculation out there.
Hey, bro, listen, man. My word means something, man.
No, for sure.
Don't believe the hype.
No,
Don't believe
for
what
sure.
you see on TV.
Yeah. What's your relationship with your coaches?
You know, my relationship with the coaches is great. You know, we could talk just anything other than football. You know, I look at Prime as like, you know, like another uncle. You know, if you're one of us, you're always good, you know?
So I know you guys all seen that clip there with Jordan Seaton. So what I want to say about that clip with Jordan Seaton is that at this point in time, you already have to know that Coach Prime and what he does, he's trying to get over on the media because the media is always trying to get over on him. So, of course, Jordan Seaton was always going to be with Colorado in the background. He didn't go on TV and say, like, hey, I'm the #1 player in the country and I'm going to sign with Colorado for nothing. They knew that. They let everybody who had negativity in their heart go ahead and come out and say, hey, you know, they don't know what they're doing. You know, he's going to go to Maryland. He's going to do this, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody wanted to throw their negativity in there. But in the end, they already knew Jordan Seaton was going to Colorado, and they already had worked out the NIL deals with him and everything of that nature. So I don't understand why people don't know that they're always trying to get over on the media, and everything that you see on social media isn't always just that black and white. Sometimes people do like to have a little fun with their commitment. So that's what we've seen there. Then also I want to touch on the part about the recruiting method that Colorado has been doing. So a lot of people have been complaining about the fact that they only signed 5 high school football players in the early signing day portion. You don't have to have all the commits you're going to get, as in high school's national signing day has always been in February. So I don't understand why there's so much pressure on early signing day now versus regular signing day being in actual February. And just the numbers that you have there, because it's a month away. People usually take those 4 to 5 weeks to really still come up with where they want to go. And then the nature of building for the future, if you don't have a lot of high school recruits, like, oh, Coach Prime got his foot out the door, he's not thinking about the future by bringing in a bunch of high school guys. I think that's wrong, because just because they're transfers don't mean that they're not eligible to be there for 2 to 3 years down the line, because you could be a red shirt, gray shirt from a D1 or D2 or JUCO or whatever the case may be, and then you move on to the school that you want to go to. But if you are a junior or sophomore or something of that nature and you're transferring in, you're still within luck because you have full eligibility this year to go and play with the NCAA. So that's different. And Coach Prime them and all the other schools know this. I got my nephew here. You know, he's very curious about the microphone. So if you hear any grappling or anything, that's him. He's looking at me kind of crazy. But happy birthday to the baby. You look at Colorado statistics for the class of 2024, you do have a pretty good class so far. They are ranked number 21 overall, number 1 for transfer portals. Again, they only have those 5 high school recruits. And I think also that puts a lot of emphasis on those high school recruits to feel more empowered, because it's like, okay, he only took a handful of us, so that means he really believes in me. So even if I don't come in and play right away, the expectations is high and the overall sentiment is high as far as you being on the team. So I feel like that's where Cormani was last year. He came in, he was part of a big group that did a lot of changes there, and because of that, he stuck through all of the different things that have occurred in his time at Colorado. We'll look and see how the spring goes for him. Hopefully he stays around and he becomes a starter, and you know, he enjoys the competition, because that's what you expect from a 5-star recruit, for them to enjoy the competition. Every coach has their way of what they want to do when they're in the seat. You know, if it was me in the seat, I would probably want to go with a couple more high school guys, but it all depends on what I'm seeing in the portal, and do they align with my schemes and fits of where, like, do I think a high school player would be more beneficial than this JUCO player who's played 2 years of JUCO, 1 year of JUCO already, and he's been dominant at the area that he's been in, or he's played around much more developed talent at the school he was at, and I'm bringing him in, versus high school guys. They might have been in a weaker conference in their high school, but it was a dominating high school player, so he might come in with more confidence, but he's a little still has a little rawness to him, to where you still have to develop him, versus again that JUCO guy who played around a bunch of top talent already, played against a lot of top talent already, been away from home, and he knows where he want to go with his future. You're more than likely to lean to take those guys more often than not, which is the hard part about, you know, recruiting now. But the nature of the business of saying like, oh, you need all these high school guys, you know, to be successful. This isn't the NFL, like, where all the free agents are like 29, 28, 30 years old, past their peak, and you're bringing in a bunch of them every year. You're bringing in ready to go talent for your team, versus last year. Last year, typically with the linemen, it was more so guys still coming in the summer. And if you played any football before, you know, coming in the summer is really, really late, versus being there in the spring, going through that whole ordeal, and then going to the summer, and then moving on to the fall. So that's just how I look at it. Not a long video here today, as again, I got my family here, so I don't want to talk forever. It's also my nephew's birthday. He is sleeping, but he's 1 year old today on Christmas Eve. So again, Merry Christmas Eve to you guys. Merry Christmas if you're watching this tomorrow. And it's your boy DJ Clinton, the host of the Pass Rush Podcast. I'm out here. See ya. Hey. Happy birthday, Kyson. Show the people your love.
Wait, up and I shake the room.